Welcome to Part 2, Understanding Telnet. Telnet is an application protocol which allows you, with the use of a Telnet client, to connect to and execute commands on a remote machine that's hosting a Telnet server. Telnet sends all messages in clear text and has no specific security mechanisms. Thus, in many applications and services, Telnet has been replaced by SSH. How does Telnet work? The user then executes commands on the server by using a specific Telnet command in the Telnet prompt. And it's very simple. It's Telnet, the IP, and then the port. Task 6, enumerating Telnet. Enumeration, which is what we've already gone through. There's port scanning, running Nmap, which we've already done as well in SMB. Basically, we're going to do the same thing. So let's click Start Machine as well as click Start Attack Box. And let's start enumerating Telnet. I'm going to run my first Nmap scan, which will be a connect scan in my terminal. It's Nmap ST, S capital T for connect scan. Hit enter. I ran several Nmap scans as I usually do. The only scan in Nmap that really worked for me was using the switch capital A and then hyphen small letter P hyphen, which scans all the ports, not just the common 1024 ports. It took about 20 minutes for this scan to finish. Be patient. Here's the results of my aggressive scan using capital A with a hyphen P hyphen. This was the only scan that returned an open port for me, 8012. Running your Nmap scan without hyphen P hyphen will return 0 results or 0 ports open. Task 7, exploiting Telnet. Let's go ahead and try and connect to Telnet in the terminal with the port that we've just discovered, 8012. The syntax is basically Telnet, the IP, and then the port. Into the port 8012 with a space. And it looks like we've logged in. If I type dot capital help to show what commands we can run the run command. So if I type in dot run with ls, I receive nothing back. I've opened up 4 separate individual terminals. In the one terminal on the right, you can see I've got sudo tcp dump IP, which we are going to run as per what we've given in the questions. Starts a TCP dump listener, specifically listening for RSMP traffic. And if you run ifconfig in a separate terminal, look with eth0 for your internet IP address, your INET IP address. Mine is 10.10.63.254. If I hit the TCP dump, you can see it starts the listener. It says listener or listening on eth0. If I go back to the terminal where I've got the run command, if I type in .run, and now I'm going to ping the IP address eth0, which you can see same IP address used as in the below terminal, highlighted with a count of 2. And in the right hand side on the listener, you can see we received the connection. Now in a separate terminal, I'm going to use MS Venom to create my payload, my netcat reverse shell, as per the information given to us In the questions of task 7, listening host is the IP address of ETH0, which is 63.254, ending in my case on listening port quad 4, space capital R for export the payload in raw format. Hit enter, let that generate. There's the payload that is generated in raw format for you. I'm going to highlight and copy the entire payload. Start a netcat listener on quad 4. And then I'm going to go over to the terminal where I've got the run command, and I'm going to paste in what payload MS Venom generated. And if I hit enter, you can see I get the connection in the netcat listener. And if I type ls, it says there's a flag.txt, and if I cat that flag.txt, you have your flag. You should be able to answer all the questions in task 6 and 7 now that we've completed this. See you in part 3 for exploiting FTP.